Rayburn Traughber was a pioneer leader whose impact spanned over 4 decades. As Tennessee's first Black Commissioner of Employment Security, first General Service Administrator for the city of Chattanooga, and a founding board member of the Chattanooga African American Museum, he dedicated his life to public service and equity. His vision has empowered countless lives. We proudly honor Rayburn Traughber.
If you ask me who was a great community organizer in Chattanooga to get things done, I would say Rayburn Traughber. Rayburn showed that skill set as he was dealing with the Democratic organization. I think he was a ward chairman himself, and then he led a movement amongst the ward chair people here, especially in the African American wards and precincts, to organize and to try to deliver on behalf of the people using that political power. So I would think that Rayburn's use of the community and to use political power of the people to get things done was, I think, one of his great assets.
Well, he's been a leader in our community. Just alone the work and impact that Johnny Franklin had on Chattanooga, I think if Johnny was here today, he'd be the first one to tell you, I wasn't there alone. I had great support, and one of those great supports was Rayburn. I always believe in the old adage that you advance not by climbing over people, but by standing on the shoulders of people you admire, and that's what I saw Rayburn do. That's what I tried to do in my professional life, because I think the institutions that are built up around our democracy are so important to our country.
He was one of the best examples I've ever seen, which I've tried to live up to, of the principle of leave the world a better place than you found it. And we may hear that if we're lucky when we're growing up. We hear it in church, we might hear it from our parents. But when you see it day to day, and you see how somebody does that, then you learn how to do it. Saying it's one thing, doing it, trying to do it is another. So he sort of set that standard and that pace that I continue to look back to as if I ever need to right myself, or straighten something out or re-energize myself, that idea of make the world a better place than you found it was important. And then I'd have to say the other thing is that he never gave up. He didn't take no for an answer. He found a way to do it.
The impact, I think, is, number one, is look at what Rayburn's done. And his beliefs and his faith and his education background, his support of his fraternity, and the family that he has built. Those are things that will always last here in the Chattanooga area.
I guess the best thing I would leave for you, Rayburn, is that we had a great time doing all the things that we've done. I would like to encourage you to continue to try to work as best you can in your retired years. I would like to see you maybe share some of your experiences more with some of the younger people in our high schools, if possible. I think you would be a great person for people to get to know on a one-on-one basis. And I guess the final thing I would say is that I am deeply appreciative to you for serving this community as well as you have. And I know we are better off today because Rayburn Traughber and the Traughber family came this way.
I'd say, Rayburn, I'm glad I was of that time too, because I just turned up in a place and had the chance to learn from you, and it shaped everything I did after that. Not just what I did, but how I did it. Because you set a standard and a pace that was not easy, but was the right way to go about things. So I'd have to say, good job, and keep it up, because I know you are.
Well, Rayburn, I wish the governor was here, Ned McWhorter, to thank and congratulate you, but I'll have to be a poor second in that regard. But I will always take credit for advancing you to the governor. I can't take credit in your selection as the Commissioner of Employment Security, but I can take pride in the work you did in Nashville, the work you've done in Chattanooga, the family you've built, and the friendship that we've had over the years.